J Hardy TV.
Hey TikTok, I'm just on here wondering if anybody's feeling the same way I'm feeling. I'm from Illinois and I feel like the gas prices and the electric bills and the prices of food is just so overwhelming anymore. Like, I'm wondering if anybody else is feeling like they're drowning and they can't get out. I work overtime and I cannot get above water. I mean, I literally have no gas for next week. It was either that or get a few groceries to get by. I hit my local food pantries. I'm just wondering if anybody else feels like they're drowning.
Is anyone else fed up with the price of groceries? Spent $210 at Walmart and it didn't even get its meat or anything yet. And that was over my budget and I had to use my credit card. But now I don't have money for gas. My car's on empty. Does anyone else just want to give up on life at this point? Because it's fucking stupid.
Bankruptcies are soaring, specifically in corporations. Today, the big news was the ADP private payroll. It was a negative 32,000 jobs, negative. There was expected to be a measly 45,000, but worse, August was revised down another negative 4,000. Unemployment is 6% in Washington. In California, it's 5.3% in Nevada. The average unemployment is 4.3%. Foreclosures are up 18% higher than last year. Auto repossessions are skyrocketing. We are on day one of the shutdown, and today Trump is threatening to fire millions or hundreds of thousands of federal workers, the people who serve you, like TSA, FAA, people at Veterans Affairs. Nobody is getting paid from the federal government today. Do you know what that means? They're not spending money. What do you think happens when one day we shut a switch off where millions of people are not spending money? When we're already struggling, it's going to be catastrophic. Hi, my name's Christina. I have a master's in business. Please call your elected officials. Please get your finances.
Are we all fighting for our lives financially right now, or is it just me? I have a good degree. I work 3 jobs. I budget the hell out of my money to an annoying obsession. I'm watching every single penny I'm spending because I'm trying to pay off all of my student loans. But times are tough right now. Man, I feel like the more you work, the more you have to pay for, and it's tough out there right now. I think I do well, and then I look at my bank account and I'm like, oh my God. Or I go to the grocery store and I'm like, oh wow, eggs are $10 again. Woohoo! Man, it is tough right now. And sometimes I feel like I'm the only one, because sometimes I'll look and I'll be like, oh my God, all these people I know are traveling and buying nice things, and I'm like, wow, how? Is there a secret? Someone?
So as it turns out, the student loans that I've been paying $1,500 a month for 2 years have a 17% interest rate. So what I thought I've been paying off for all this time, I'm actually, I owe more than what I started off with. What the fuck? So, Jeff Bezos, this would be a really cool fucking time to Venmo me, bro. I owe $90,000, and I didn't even spend that much on school. Any rich person, please tap in. Kourtney Kardashian, you probably have 8 houses. I'm never gonna be able to buy one because I went to college. I just signed up to be an egg donor. Guess what? Got approved. Who wants my fucking kids? I can't afford them, so start a bidding war. Just fucking take them. What do you want? My left arm too? What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be in debt for my whole fucking life. How does that even make sense? I signed up for this shit when I was 17. This should not be legal, bro. I got upset about it at work, and my coworker was like, don't you have a rich relative who can pay that for you? No, my family's poor. No. And the worst fucking part is, bro, look where I am.
How are y'all making it? No, literally, how are y'all making it? Because
Little backstory, I decided back in January that I was going to monetize on this app. Every dollar I made, no matter how big, how small, was going to go to a savings account, and that was going to be money for a down payment on our house. Because if you don't know, me, my husband, and our 2 kids are living with my parents. Spoiler alert, that's not happening. We're having to take that money I'm making and use it to get by until the next week, on top of my husband's income. My husband's making the most money he's ever made, and this is the brokest we've ever been. Make it make sense. I'm not a bougie bitch. I might get my lashes done, but my friends do my hair. I don't get my nails done. Like, I'm really not that high maintenance. We try to live within our means. We truly do. It's like, no matter how much you don't go out to eat, no matter how much you don't spend money, you're still gonna be broke. Why? Because that is the world that we live in. So I know I'm not as educated as I should be when it comes to voting. All I know is that shit was a lot better 4 years ago. I could afford to breathe, and I had my own house. Right now, nobody can afford housing. Nobody can afford food. And if you can, congratulations, because you're far and few. So please, for the love of God, take that into consideration come November and make a change, because I am
White people, you need to wake the fuck up. You're the reason that we're in this mess, and you can help us move forward and make change. The cost of eggs is not going to go down. And it's not even just that. The cost of everything is going up. I don't think y'all realize how much we depend on Canada and Mexico to keep our country running and to make sure that we are getting the nutrition and the supplies and everything that we need necessary to actually have happy, healthy, productive Americans. Did you know we get 60% of our produce from Mexico? It's not because we're outsourcing it for cheaper labor. That is not why. It is literally because most of our climates in the United States cannot support growing produce 365 days of a year. Because they have a warmer climate, they have better soil for those warmer climates, so they're able to produce those things 365 days a year. Canada, on the north, they provide us 40% of our oil and gasoline. Gas prices are going to go up. They also provide us a significant amount of supplies that we need for electronic devices that are required for us to survive, for our jobs, for our livelihoods, and our personal lives, like computers, cell phones, you name it, car parts. I don't think you all realize the damage of what you have done until you will go to the grocery store, until you go to a Walmart, a Target, an Amazon, and things that you were able to afford and buy before, we will no longer be able to afford anymore. I need y'all to see what is happening in front of your faces and do something. Say something. Call out the hypocrisy. Call it out. Say, hey, this isn't cool. Y'all lied to us. Because they did. They essentially
fucking eat. I want to eat. I want my family to eat. I want you guys to eat. Stand up. Let's go. Stand up, man. Let's fucking eat. I'm tired. Let's help each other. I don't care what your political affiliation is. I don't care what fucking color you are. If you are not eating and you're struggling, eat with me. Let's struggle together then. Let's be a team.
How are people affording life right now? How are people tackling this cost of living?
We're not. Truth of the matter, most of us are living paycheck to paycheck with credit card debt. I know people who are legitimately putting gas and groceries on credit cards just so that they can get back and forth to work. I believe that this is what most people are now calling the silent depression. $100 has become the new $20, and it's ridiculous. But the best thing about it is that people have shifted their core values. Look at this app alone and all the videos of all the retailers on Black Friday that nobody was there. They just don't care anymore. People are realizing that if it doesn't bring value into my life, then I don't need it. And while I don't get political on this app, you're having people on both sides of the aisles going, yeah, this kind of sucks. Right wing, left wing, it doesn't matter. It's the same bird. And now so many Americans are going, I don't care. I think it's woken a lot of people up to the idea of why are we funding things that we don't care about when all of us right here are struggling. It's changed the people's attitude in the workforce to where a job is just a job. You used to be very loyal to a job, but they've seen that there's no employee loyalty because there's no employer loyalty. People aren't putting up with toxic bosses anymore. You're either going to treat me right or I'm going to leave, because there's tons of companies that are hiring because nobody can find help. People just don't trust the system anymore, and they're starting to focus on what matters the most. Most people are out here making more money than they ever have and realizing that it's not going anywhere. So they're just not spending it. And what has made a lot of people turn their back on the system is that now they somehow either make too much or not enough money to qualify for the government assistance that they've been paying into their entire life. There are people out there who can't afford to buy the groceries, but they make too much money to get the food stamps. A lot of people are out here calling it the depression. I like to call it the awakening. People are just realizing how much they can get done on their own and that they don't need the government to hold their hand. So to go back to your question, how are people making it? Financially, I don't really know, but I'm very grateful that people are starting.
So I'm really sorry to be delivering more bad news. I really am. Every time this administration does something to distract the world, like the latest being this Tylenol joke, something else is happening they don't want us to know. And the research from Money Talk News, the economists from Money Talk News have just released their very dire economic data. So Doge laid off 287,000 people. Okay? American companies have already in 2025 announced 744,308 job layoffs. Okay? Just in the first half of 2025, these are the highest layoffs since the pandemic. Major sectors hit include retail, technology, media, and nonprofits. Overall, there's been a 220% jump in layoffs compared to this time last year. While the unemployment rate is at 4.2%, considered low, the number underneath that is disturbing, because 34%, a record-breaking 34% of those employed today are considered functionally unemployed, meaning they are working for poverty wages and SHIP benefits. Highest number in the history of the United States. So that unemployment number that the administration is boasting about, low employment numbers, don't let them gaslight you. And more bad news. They are expecting 480,000 more Americans to lose their jobs by the end of this year. And folks, there's only like 3.5 more months left. Tariffs are estimated to cost the average family, now that they're all really kicking in, a net income loss of $2,300 by the end of this year, as tariffs hit their highest since 1935. Additionally, things like leather goods and shoes and handbags are expected to see a rise in price of 37% because of the tariffs, clothing 35%, vehicles 12%, or roughly $5,000 per new car, and metal goods are expected to increase by 36%. Low-income families will be bearing the brunt of all of this, as their disposable income is virtually going to disappear under the Trump administration's Trump session. And MAGA, that's a lot of you folks. Now, I want you guys to keep all of that in the context. All these layoffs, families who have family members that are not bringing in an income and can't find a job because the new job creation under the Trump administration is some of the lowest ever. In addition, they're going to be hit with these higher costs. In addition, once the big, beautiful bill portion kicks in where you have to be employed to get Medicaid, but people can't find jobs to get that Medicaid coverage. So we have that to look forward to in the next upcoming months. This is fucking horrible. You know, I guess the only people that aren't going to be affected by this are the ones that are going to be raptured tomorrow. Yeah, the Trump supporters that are going to be raptured tomorrow. They're the only ones skating free out of all of this.
Jay Hardy TV,